Hey, pushing up, new little video. So on this one, it's just for a little update. And the main reason for this video is just because I've been kind of absent of doing videos, but doesn't mean that I've not been working hard in the background. So the main reason that I've been kind of out of doing videos is right now I'm kind of in the learning process. And learning what? Well, I've been doing my license for AM radio, so I completed the course. But after practicing a few exam online and stuff, I feel there's still some concept that I need to work on and stuff. One of them being electronics. And so I bought this little thing, and yes, it looks like a toy, and actually it is a toy. But I found that because I'm sadly, for me, more for my wallet than for me, I'm a hands-on and a visual person. So to learn stuff, I need to do it. I cannot just read it and retain it. It doesn't work very well for me, and so I was having a lot of hard time to grasp concept of electronics, but I'm not really into also creating little robots and stuff, which most of the kits are, and they're like $200, $300 if you want to really get into it. So that was a good medium for $40, on Amazon. Basically, it's a kit, and as you can see, no solderings and stuff, and basically there's numbers, and you connect, and it comes with 130. Different projects, and actually even looks like one of them will be to create my own radio right over there, and all the components are included, and it works with batteries. So I found it was a good way of getting introduced to electronics, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos as well, but it's starting to get in because by playing with it and stuff, I'm starting to get the concept to a point now that if I look at the electronic schematic, I kind of understand it. So I think it's worth it. So for $40, I thought it was a pretty good deal to do that. So I've been kind of playing with that, and so obviously it takes some of my time and stuff. And like I said, the ham radio stuff too has been taking a lot, so I've been reading a little bit more. So I had to put the medical side a little bit, the medical learning a bit on the side. As well as all this is kind of for a new project of kind of a new video series that I'll have in May, hopefully. Basically, the premise of this will be to try my kit. So why buy kits if you can all try them? And so what I plan to do, because on my new schedule now, I work usually like 4 on and I got 5 days off. And so on 3 of those, I plan to stay inside the apartment, and that little gray thing here is part of that project and stuff, will be to spend 3 days. So the scenario so far, I'm starting to kind of work it out, but it's hockey season, and it's starting to be the series, and actually there was a game I think 2 or 3 days ago. It was pretty loud, hard to fall asleep with it. But so that would be the scenario. Basically, there's riot going on, and I'm stuck into the apartment and stuff, and I cannot go out. So I have to live with what I got inside, and that I'll pretty much film the whole thing. And because of the riot, for whatever reason, electricity is down and water is down. So I really want to push to see, how it works and stuff and everything. And I've been watching a lot of small channels that are doing stuff. And the reason I'm saying small channel is because it seems like a lot of the big channels, and warning, little Ren, I don't know. It seems like YouTube now has kind of lost his persona, I guess. It would be a way to say it. Like what was interesting to see a few years back, like a lot of channels that was interesting to see back. I'm almost unscribing now because some people, I don't know, like they seem like they follow the flow, or they don't have any more enough imagination now to change stuff, and a smaller channel. A little bit like we're near wine country here, and sometimes when you go see a nice winery, the small winery that some of the wine you can even find on the in the stores, they're great. Like they have great taste and stuff because they do small batch and stuff. And the big ones, they're great too, but they're not as good. They're more for the general publics and stuff. And I find like YouTube is a little bit coming like this because I have a lot of. I think I got about 300 channels I'm subscribed to anyway. Got a pretty long list of video a lot of time, and sometime I'll see like 3 or 4 channels reviewing the same product, and it's like so what it's becoming almost like a publicity channel, like it's like somebody like, oh yeah, well here you go and stuff. So it's not no more review anymore. It's like, here's the publicity, and here it's a free way of doing publicity. So it's great that we're seeing some of the product, but every channel is reviewing the same thing. So there's kind of, before it was a little bit more I don't know, personal, like everybody has it, but now like you're kind of re-seeing everything and stuff. Anyway, so a little rant. So I've been reviewing a lot of some small channels on certain concept that I saw like my kids were kind of deficient and stuff and everything. So I kind of working on that. As I said before, I'm kind of moved now to a zone where now it's tsunami and earthquake. I've been watching as well because it's kind of new to me, all those the tsunami and everything. And I've been watching a few documentaries on what I'm dealing with because I have no clue what exactly. And it's actually a little bit not scary, but it's pretty big. If the big one happens, well, not if, when it happens, because some of the documentary I see it's actually very interesting. Like some of the tsunami in the 1700 and 1800 go all the way up to Japan and stuff, and all from this part, so from here to Japan, big wave going all over the side. So anyways, very interesting. But that's the thing, I'm kind of in the learning phase, so not really prime time to give videos. One concept actually on the medical side that I've been doing is mostly reading on hygiene, and it's a little bit same thing on YouTube. A lot of videos on the medical side on suture and antibiotics and stuff and everything, but not much on the hygiene, on the waste and everything. So I found this great document from Doctor Without Border, or Médecins Sans Frontières, and it's actually very interesting. I think it's called Health Engineers or something. So basically, when there's a big village or a country or whatever it is in a disaster, how you basically build a health facility, or how can you provide health system, so water and everything, and keep people healthy in that side. And you'll say, oh yeah, but it's for like 10,000, 100,000 people, or 20 or a million people. But the scale, I think, can be represented just like as a map is a representative of a bigger scale. Because having, I don't know, 100,000 people in certain square meter place, but having 5 or 10 people living in your house in a backyard is almost as the same scale as having a bigger size of land but more people. So I think some of those concepts, and if they work for those 100,000 or millions or whatever, I think it's pretty easy to say that it could work for a smaller size of 200 people or 300 people. So the same concept, I think, can apply for both. So that's why I've been kind of reading on that and stuff. So again, that will be further, and especially in May, I'll part of this room here where I am right now is kind of this setup for all the concept that I'm kind of reading out of this and stuff. So that's what I've been pretty much working on. So the AM radio, the electronic disc, reading a lot on that stuff, and so that's why I've not been doing much video, because I'm more in the learning phase. But in May, yeah, that scenario would be like 3 days, no water, no electricity, So that means no facilities. So I've been preparing slowly, and I'm still waiting for some product to come. But I think it'll be very interesting, and I'll try to film the whole thing. Well, no, I'll try. That's my goal. And at the same time, kind of go through the kits, and failures or success will be a good test. And this, I'll learn from the failure, and hopefully will prove my the success. I'll continue to go with them. And just to finish, what I wanted to put down the link down below, there was two links, two events that happened in Canada, which was very interesting. A lot of people, like, talk about preparedness and disaster and everything, and it's like, oh, it's not for me and everything. And there's two events that happened that touch very mundane in a certain way. Like, it was not a big storm or something like this, but yet caused a lot of problems. One of them was, I think, a ferry or something. Anyway, there was a delivery of food that didn't happen, and a whole part of, mostly both of them happened in East Canada, didn't have any food left. And the article will talk about it, but it's very interesting because that proved, like, the reason of if just like a little storm and stuff can create that, then that's why we need to get more prepared. Because a lot of, so that's kind of an argument. That's the reason mostly I'll put that down, just for an argument to say, well, yeah, I'm not preparing for the zombies to come down and stuff, but just even for simple things like this. And the other one is actually kind of make me feel better about my 72-hour kit. So my 72-hour kit is I did a video on it, and it is airplane safe. So that means I can go inside and pass the security with it. And I never put it on upside. It's always at the bottom of my feet, and the reason for it is exactly where the second link is. And so in Halifax, there was a plane that missed the landing, and they're still doing an investigation of why that happened. But and people had to evacuate very quickly, and it was in the middle of the winter, and so a lot of people in t-shirt and stuff outside the airplane with nothing stuff. Lucky for them, security and safety came very quickly. But still, I think could have gone a little bit bad. So having the bag at my feet, that means now I got 72 hours. So if whatever would happen, or it would have been in the middle of a field or something, then I can still make enough, can make like a shelter or something, whatever, for myself. So having your kit is, and always have it on you, because a lot of people, oh yeah, I got my kit and stuff, but a lot of the time it's under the in your baggage and stuff, because we're talking about knives and stuff and everything. So my kit is always for airplane safety, and it's for exactly that situation. So I thought it was very interesting. Anyway, those will be the links below, and I look forward to do more videos, and hopefully you guys, you're pushing it. Look forward to see those videos, and talk to you soon.